guess that most of you have a cell phone. So what if I told you that more people had access to a cell phone than clean water? Doesn't make sense, does it? We're made of water. We need it to survive. Men, women, children suffering every day for a drink of water. And here we are, worried about the next version of our smartphone. Women walk miles with their children by their side, heavy buckets on their head, all the while knowing this water may make them sick. But why do we care? We don't have to worry about them. We live in a place where water and cell phones can be found on every street corner. Well, I care. Those people who suffer, they saved my life. Not too long ago, I was fresh out of high school. I was on a streak of rebellion comparable to the latest Miley Cyrus headlines. On my way to California, off to college, I thought that life is just a party and I was there to enjoy it. But I quickly realized something. I was wrong. I wasn't happy. I realized that there was more out there for me, so I packed up and I moved home. I kept searching. In January of 2010, an earthquake hit the left side of a small island in the Caribbean. Haiti was a damaged country to begin with, and once more, the lives of so many had been devastated. 3 million people were affected. That's the size of Chicago. Activist Jim Wallace once said, "Sometimes it takes a natural disaster to reveal a social disaster." Access to water in Haiti was difficult even before the earthquake. Once more, the ground shook, the infrastructure was compromised. But this gave way for people to help. One of those people happened to be a family friend of mine. His name's David Fisher. He's the CEO of a global leader in industrial packaging, Greif. He went to Haiti shortly after the earthquake in an attempt to help. He remembers being a small child on his family camping trips, having to carry water just like that. The commonality of families having to leave their homes just to provide water for themselves. Ladies, can I have you raise your hands? Guess what? You would be the ones carrying the water. Miles walked every day, hours spent not attending school, not getting jobs. You're stuck in this cycle of poverty. Now, boys, don't think you get off so easily. Without your mother, your daughter, your sister, or your wife, you wouldn't have that water. You wouldn't eat that day. Your foot, or your hands, your face, your clothes would be dirty. You wouldn't receive work. You would die without the women. Now, David and his colleague, Scott Griffin, they wanted to create something that not just the people in Haiti could use, but all over the world. They took materials that Greif already had and created something that these people could use every day. It's funny, because a lot of people use it. It's a backpack, a water backpack. It's so simple, it's lighter than a bucket, it doesn't sit on your head, it rests on your shoulders. Most importantly, it started off clean. TEDxYouth is the first for-purpose designed product for somebody to carry water in a developing country. Now, I'd been working for TEDxYouth for about 3 months. The Greif team invited me on a trip to Haiti. I jumped at the opportunity of an adventure. I was on my way there and realized that this was it. I was standing where I wanted to be. I had finally found it. I got to Haiti and saw the severity of the problem too. Literally everybody was carrying something on their head: food, clothing, building materials, water. They complained of neck and back pain. Everyone had to walk. Cars, trucks, bikes buzzed about, but this wasn't something that most people could afford. We drove to a remote village, an hour outside the city. I looked at this lake and realized this was one of the most beautiful views in the entire country. But I quickly realized the irony of the situation. The village couldn't fish the lake. They couldn't drink the water because it was salt. Here they were, and they couldn't even feed their children. Working for TEDxYouth, I realized that the pack was changing lives. I could hold it, I could touch it, but it was a completely different thing actually seeing it in action. The women carrying it, smiling, that's what made the difference. We got into the village, and the women began speaking in Creole. They said they would like more backpacks. The family that received them, they didn't have as much neck and back pain. The families weren't getting sick. Not as much time was spent on water transportation. They even said they had running water. It felt like running water, something they had never had. Here I was, standing in Haiti of all places, and I had finally found what I was looking for. So let's talk about money. What does 10 sodas, a large pizza, a domain name, 3 coffees, 2 sandwiches have in common? $10. $10 for a backpack. The nuclear family is about 5 people, so $10 to help a family of 5 doesn't seem like a lot. The problem affects 1 billion people. 1 billion divided by 5 is 200 million families. 200 million families, 200 million backpacks, doesn't seem so bad. 200 million backpacks at $10 each is $2 billion, so that's a lot. But guess how many people are on Facebook? 1 billion. So if everybody on Facebook gave $2, we could do it. We could address the water transportation crisis. So what, should everybody just throw money and the problem would be solved? Not really. Spread the word. Water is important, and there are a lot of people that don't have it. Tell your friends, share on social media, tell your school, your parents, your government. But why? Why is this important? We're back to that question. Those people didn't just help me. They could save you too. 4,000 children are lost every day. One of them could have created the cure for cancer. They could have stopped a war, ended world hunger, but we wouldn't have known. So, go out there, solve problems. The world is waiting for you. Be innovative. It's up to you.